Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and I should say, because this is going live on Christmas Day for me, Merry Christmas to you guys if you're celebrating it. If not, Happy Holidays, I hope you're keeping well. With it being Christmas, I thought this would be the perfect time to do a video, the sort of a breakdown of how you should start building your first inventory or loadout on Counter-Strike. I'm going to go into it, I've got stages that we're going to discuss through, but first of all, it's giveaway time. And if you're looking to start an inventory, what a better way than enter this giveaway and have a chance of winning a AK-47 blue laminate in factory new. Has some stickers on it, you can script those if you wish. Age requirements for this are the same as always. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well, and then leave a comment down below of your favourite skin from today's video. I am going to show some at the end. Now, I must say, the first half of this video is basically going to be my lovely talking head while you see me doing some of my warm-up on Refrag. Now, just because I've mentioned it, and I know some of you might be getting your first PC today, or you might be picking up Counter-Strike for the first time over the holidays, Refrag is best way to warm up in CS. I've got a full video on it, but the premium version costs money, so I'm going to put some trial codes in the comments down below. You guys can redeem those, and then, you know, a good way to start getting ready for Counter-Strike. But that's out of the way. So, building your first inventory or loadout. Now, if you've played CS here and there over the past couple of years, and you already have some skins, technically you've started your inventory, but what we're counting this as is when you're actively building a proper loadout or inventory purposefully. So maybe you've played it like, I don't know, 700 hours over the last 6 years, you've acquired some skins, but like you want to sell those and start from scratch. This is what we're going to do. Now, I've split it into 5 steps, and I'll try to be pretty with it and have them pop up on the screen. First step is the budget. As always, you need to establish what budget you want to start with in Counter-Strike. There's some mixed thoughts on this, but overall, like, one of the core things we do on this channel is try to showcase that, although, yes, these crazy price skins are fantastic, but you can build great budget inventories, and budget-friendly inventories, I should say. Budget's a little bit subjective, so what you need to decide is basically, like, right now, you're going to buy all the skins you want, like today. Are you comfortable with that being a £5 loadout, or $5? I'll use dollar just to try and be universally, like, compatible here. $5 loadout. Or should it be $10? Oh, okay, you want to spend 25 or 50, or maybe you're ready to go and you're ready to spend 500. You want to get a knife, you want to get some flashy skins. That's the first step of what you need to figure out. I've then created a half step, which is gloves before knife. And this is one that might sound very unusual compared to what everyone else likes to talk about when it comes to the skins side of things. But if, say, for example, you've got $25 worth of weapon skins and you now want to go buy, like, a knife and glove, but you realize that knives are kind of damn expensive in CS, and, alright, maybe you can get gloves, but not a knife yet. And that's a good approach. Obviously, if you can, getting both gloves and knife in one go is great. Like, okay, you're sorted, you're good to go. If, however, you've got enough for skins, and you have enough just to get some gloves, that is better than forcing a crap knife. For example, you're going to go get a Navaja knife or a gut knife. It's $80, $90, $100, that kind of thing. But you only see it when you draw out your knife. However, you could buy yourself anywhere between a $40 to $70 pair of gloves. You see that every single time you use your weapon. So just that's a sort of half step. Figure out your budget. If your budget either does include knife and gloves, or maybe it only includes gloves, obviously you want to prioritize gloves. That's the main thing here. Step 2 is establishing if you want a theme. Now, themes are not mandatory. They're not required at all, actually. You can just buy the skins you like for the weapons you like and use them and be fine. And honestly, if you're starting for the first time, that's a decent way to start it. However, if you're thinking you're going to be playing Counter-Strike like more long-term and you do like the idea of a theme, I think it's worth spending some time like now, just sort of sitting down and having a think through about what's your favorite color, like, and then also going and seeing if there's like a nice range of that color available in game. So there'll be sites linked down below like CSGO Stash or csgo skins.gg. They have a full database of all the skins, so you can go in and you go, okay, I want to look at Glocks, and then it'll show every single one available. I would spend a little bit of time doing that, both for theme and budget, before you even like get to the stage of purchasing. Because it's nice having a theme, it's not required though, and it can be difficult sometimes, especially on a lower budget, to complete a theme properly. For example, if you want it for green, like I do, I love green skins, M4A4s, M4A1S, and Desert Eagle are kind of lacking in the more budget-friendly options, even when it's not like budget-friendly. The A4s kind of have nothing at all, and the A1S options still aren't great. So that's what you want to sort of have a look at. For me, if you want a color and you do want an inventory theme, your best options are going for red or blue. Again, you can kind of do purple. You'll get the AKs get a little bit expensive. You can figure out For some of the other skins, kind of fine, but then knives and gloves become quite expensive when you get to that stage. But you could always go for like a neutral knife and glove combo. Okay, it's a little bit of waffling. Now, utilization of the budget. This is another element we need to sort of touch on. Now, I've actually built 2 loadouts, so we're going to look at the end. If you're already ready to go for that, skip to the timestamps, that's fine. But utilization of budget is kind of a big thing. Now, my recommendation is you want to buy anywhere between 7 to 10 skins when you build your first loadout. And that doesn't include knife and glove. Obviously, if you have the budget for knife and glove, you can add those on. But essentially, there's 10 weapons you should be focusing on when you want to buy skins. You can reduce it to 7 as well. But basically, the base 7 are your Glock. Okay, we'll try and count here. Your Glock, your USP, your Desert Eagle, right? That's the 3 pistols you're going to use most consistently that you need to have. Then you're going to have an AK-47. Then you're going to have an M4A1S. Then an M4A4, because you should be mixing between the 2. And then an op. Op is kind of subjective. If you don't plan on opping at all, then you can kind of leave it out of the way. But there are so many nice budget ops, you can just kind of pick one up and have it. And then for what I've done in this, I've also included the P250, because you use it both on T side and CT side. And then I've included the MAC-10 and the MP9, because they're the 2 skins that on force buys or super low buys, you're more likely to get. Obviously, we're missing some skins in there, like the Gale, like the Famous, like a Tech 9, like a 5.7. But if you're after those and you have a specific inventory budget in mind, then just check through my channel. We've covered loads of those in the past. But that is utilization of the budget. I think you should be spending the budget across those 10 skins. However, if you're an op player and you're so adamant that you want to spend the most money on op, you might want to spend like 70% of the budget on the op to just get the balling op you want and then just do cheap skins around that. And that's fine. Or you might be an all-out rifler. You might only use the A1S as well. So maybe you say, okay, I want an AK and I want an A1S, and that's what I spend most of my budget on. You need to be mindful of that sort of thing. You can, realistically, I think if you're building out full loadouts, you're going to be getting like somewhere, I think it was like 22 skins is what I figured out. You could technically take your £10 budget and get 22 skins. But you're going to limit your options for the main skins you use by doing that. And that's why going for 10 is the preference for the utilization of budget. The 4th element is finding the right place to buy the skins. Now, if you're brand new to Counter-Strike, I would recommend, if you're spending under $50, you could probably still buy them from the Steam Marketplace to keep it easy and smooth at the very start. If, however, you're experienced, or even like in intermediate experience, you've played CS for a little bit, you've bought a couple things on the Steam Market, you know what you're doing. If you're at that level and or you're spending a large amount of money, this is when you want to start looking at third-party sites. There's lots of them that are legitimate. You would have seen an advert at the start of the video for CSGO Empire. That's who I'm working with at the minute. They're one of the sites aiming to try and get like the cheapest options possible. All the details will link down below. I also have some more links down below for like helping you guys out for other sites to consider, the likes of CSGO Stash and CSGO Skins, like I said. There's a number of reputable sites. I'll get as much info in the description down below. But essentially, if you're going super budget and you're new to the game, use the Steam Marketplace while you get used to it. After that, you want to start going to third-party sites, because that's where, one, you can sell your skins for real money, which is impossible in the Steam Marketplace. And then because of that, the skins are going to be cheaper than what they would be on the Steam Marketplace. The 5th element is kind of a small one and not overly important, but it's the potential of crafts. Now, crafts are when you apply stickers to a skin. I'm not going to dive too much into this one. This is just something to keep in mind if you want to make your loadout maybe more unique, or it's a way to sort of like get the theme to work a bit better. You can go through the likes of CSGO Skins. They have a great database for it. CSGO Skins with GG. You can look through every single sticker in the game and the pricing, and you can figure out maybe, okay, I've got an AK-47 Slate, which we are going to suggest in a minute, and it's a full black skin, but you could go and get some yellow stickers or pink stickers or green stickers to make it like black and green and fit that budget. Now, it's a bit of a general overview, but that is my 5 steps I have for you when you're first building a loadout. And then the hidden step, if you will, we'll call it step 6, is join my Discord if you have Discord. We've got a dedicated skin section in there where me and others in the community will be able to help you with this process. We'll be able to tell you if something's a good deal or not, if something's a reputable site, if you should be using that site, if you can trust it, and that kind of thing. So follow those steps. Your budget, remember you want to go gloves before knife if possible. Then do you want a theme or not? Then you go into utilization of budget. Then you find the right place to buy them. And then long term you think about the potential of crafts. And now that that's done and dusted, I want to actually show you guys some loadouts you can build. Okay, so if you are new to the game, you might wonder, like, I've got these white gloves and a fancy knife. You're going to have normal default black gloves. You're going to have a normal default knife if you're starting from absolutely nothing. So you have a £10 loadout. You want to get those 10 skins, which is discussed. What should you be getting? here's my recommendation. For the Glock, you want to go get a minimal wear Moonrise. Now, as much as I recommend going to third-party sites, because £10 and £25 are relatively low budget, and the savings will be a little bit smaller than normal if you're buying more expensive skins, all these prices are accurate as of the 23rd of December from the Steam Marketplace, just to make it as easy and transparent for you guys. So this is 54 pence for minimal wear for a Moonrise. We also then have a ticket to hell for the USP, also minimal wear. This is 57 pence. Like I said, you do want a P250. In this case, I want to get a cassette. This is 9 cents. It's super cheap. It'll look good on both sides, and it's 9 cents. Then you want a Desert Eagle. We're going to go for a light rail. Now, this one is, I think it looks so much better than the default. It's 48 pence. We're going to go field test it. So not the best wear, but it doesn't show that much as it is a brightness skin. Now, the AK, like I mentioned, is going to be an AK-47 slate. You can see here, this is super clean, full black design. If you're brand new to CS, you might think it looks like a default one, but trust me, it's so much better than the default AK. And as I said, you can get some cheap sticker crafts to pull color onto this as on sort of if you want. The A1S I suggest is actually going to be an M4 A1S Mudspick, but in Battle Scarred. This is a skin that, it's 28 pence in Battle Scarred, but if you get it in factory new, which is better wear, it doesn't look as good. And if you're new to skins, that's something you'll find. There's different float patterns, there's different floats, then there's different patterns. So you get pattern-based skins where one pattern is better than another. You get these like brightness-based skins where like it might actually get better as it goes to Battle Scar because it changes to like a more desirable color and so on. We can go super cheap and cheerful for the M4A4. We can spend 37 pence and get a minimal wear magnesium. This looks super good and gets nice lighting effects now in Counter-Strike 2. The op for me, this is my favorite op like in the game in regards to like value for money. It's going to be an Atheris. It's minimal wear as well, and it's £4.18. Honestly, if this didn't have so much supply, this would be quite more expensive. And then, like I said, you want to get your 2 cheap SMGs, so you can spend 9 pins here and get a minimal wear ensnared. Pretty much the best budget Mac 10 in the game. And then for the MP9, we basically spend 11 pins to get something that looks considerably better than default, but it's not too flashy. And for those 10 skins I've just shown, the total cost is £9.60. So that's a £10 inventory. You've got 40 pence buffer just in case prices go up or you want to change something. But let's say you've got a little bit more to spend. You've got £25. And you're thinking, okay, where do I upgrade my skins? Let me run through that. So, with how good the Moonrise is, it's actually recommended that you just keep this. This is 44 pence, it's minimal wear. This is super good for like budget purple inventories. As is this Black Lotus USP. This is £1.29 for minimal wear. This is what I mean, where even on a budget, you can start to build like a nice themed inventory. The thing is, like, purple AKs are a little bit more expensive for the nice ones. Now, we're going to spend about twice as much on the P250 this time. About twice, I mean increasing it to 18 pence and getting a metallic DD pattern factory new. If you prefer the cassette, you can see the 9p and still get that, but I like this lighting effect and it's something a little bit different. For the Desert Eagle this time, we're going to upgrade to a Mecha Industries. It's a white and black skin with these sort of red accents on it. Overall, I think it looks much better than the light rail, but it's still not breaking the bank at £4.63. Now, for this one, we jump from the £2.89 slate to a £9.99, basically £10 AK-47 Ice Cold. I think this is pretty much the best budget AK in the game across the board. However, if you did prefer the slate, you can obviously save that like £7, maybe £6, and just stick with the slate and then spend the money elsewhere if you really want to. Similar for the A1S, if you did like that mod spec, you could spend like almost half and keep it, or you could spend 74 pence and get a flashback, something a little bit different to change to. On the M4A4, there's a Spider Lily. Now, this one isn't field tested, and you can start to see where it gets a little bit scraped and battered up. Again, you could stick with the magnesium if you want, but this got an upgrade recently where the lighting looks a bit better. You can see here the lighting looks great on it, and it's a blue and red one, so it's kind of nice. Now, 2 skins I keep the same across both budgets are going to be the Atheris. I think if you look at skins, you'll find that like the Atheris, value for money wise, best op in the game. You end up having to spend like £50 or maybe like £25, £30 plus to get better or similar ops that just have a different design. Then again, we're going to have the Ensnared. It continues to be 9 pence in the minimum wear. Super budget, but really nice Mac 10. And then we're going to change from the Featherweight MP9 into the GU, which is basically 50 pence for minimal wear. And the total cost of those skins is £24.37. So hopefully that showcases as a pretty good way of how you don't have to spend like that crazy amount of money that some people seem to think you do to get good CS skins. Obviously, like this knife is a few $100s. But, I mean, it's a knife. I only see it when I pull it out. Most of the time I'm going to have a gun out. It is what it is. And that is basically going to round off today's video. Hopefully my step process made sense and was able to bring some sort of value to you and help you out for your first inventory or loadout building. Hopefully the £10 and the £25 loadouts can give you some ideas of what you can build yourself. Hopefully the £10 and £25 loadouts can give you a bit of an idea of what you can build yourself moving forward. And like I said, if you have any questions, please either ask them in the comments below, or to get like quicker answers, I would hit up the Discord, because if I'm not available to answer, there's normally someone else that can answer in the dedicated skins section there. And then, to finish things off, just to remind you of the giveaway for today, which is the AK-47 blue laminate. So if you are starting an inventory, or you just want a different AK, you should be entering this to try and get a nice valued AK into your loadout, and obviously you could sell it and use it elsewhere if you wanted to, or you could use it. Just as a reminder, the entry requirements for this are to make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below on the video. And all giveaway winners are picked and announced on Discord, so please make sure you're in the Discord. Try to make sure your Discord name matches your YouTube name some way, like somewhat similar, because then I can tag you directly and make sure you find out that you've won the prize. I said that one, guys. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's been useful. Again, Merry Christmas if you're watching the day that's uploaded. If not, or if you don't celebrate it, Happy Holidays in general. I hope you're keeping well, and I hope you're having a good one. So, thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye.